Hi, it's Mark here for GAK, and I'm with Remy from Roland, and today we are looking at the RP-102. So this is Roland's like entry-level piano. When we're at the shop, we always get people asking for like beginner pianos and what's the best kind of piano, and we always kind of recommend this. This is like quite a good piano for beginners, right?
Yeah, I mean it's a good starting point. You've got fully weighted keys and ivory feel keys as well, which is normally what beginners are looking for because they want something that feels like a piano and obviously sounds like one as well. I think most pianos at this sort of price point don't have individually weighted keys, which is quite important when you're starting because then you get a feel for what an acoustic actually feels like. If you want to go to do grades, it means that the piano's not going to feel completely different when you get to the actual grade. And obviously the ivory feel is a good thing as well for grip, and just to make it feel a bit more like an acoustic rather than just plastic kind of keyboard keys.
Yeah, definitely. And so one of the big features on it is the Bluetooth and the app function that you can sync it up with apps. So that's really useful for beginners as well.
Yeah, so it's got quite a few features on it, the Piano Partner 2 app.
So the Piano Partner 2 is that the one you recommend people use?
Yeah, I mean it works with all Roland pianos, but it's just a bonus that it works with something at this price point. So you can connect wirelessly through an Android or iOS device. So it doesn't just have to be an Apple device or just an iPad.
Yeah, that's good.
And yeah, like I say, there's loads of features on there to kind of get people started.
Okay, so we've got the Piano Partner 2 one up. Do you want to talk a little bit about this? Go through it?
Sure. So I suppose probably one of the best features I would say would be the flashcards.
Okay.
So this allows you to listen to the sound through the piano. So it'll basically play you a note, for example, a C, and then you've got to basically play it back through the piano.
Okay, cool.
Which is really cool. It helps you kind of train your ear. So if you're going to be listening to people play and then try and replicate it, helps you do that. And then you've got read notations as well. So it will show you the note and then you've got to play it back. And it'll play back through the piano for you. So you can either do that through the keyboard or through the piano itself. And that obviously helps people learn how to read music more than anything, which I think there are kind of two types of players, whether you either listen and play back or you can read and play back. If you can do both, then that's awesome.
Then you're winning.
You're sorted. Another great thing about the flashcards is that you've got 3 different levels. So even if you're just starting, it's not like you're going to kind of be capped. You've got different levels to kind of experiment with, and it scores you as well, so you can keep a track of how well you're doing.
So it's got beginner, average and expert. So 3 of them. Nice.
Just press home.
Hey, cool. And so also another cool thing that I was looking at with the rhythms, which is really handy like for people that want to like practice playing with other musicians or backing tracks and stuff. And it's super versatile. Like this, you can change like everything. How many beats has it got?
So you've got 21,
21,
but you've got 2 different variations of each one. So essentially you've got 42.
Okay.
But that just means that if you're maybe performing, maybe you're playing in a bar or something, it means that you can switch it up so you're not just stuck with one variation.
Yeah. Okay.
So the rhythms kind of help you get used to playing at a certain tempo, staying in time with people around you, and playing like with drums and a bass line as well.
So there's a super cool diary function which basically records everything you do, right? Just tracks everything you're doing.
Yeah, so for people who are just starting, maybe don't have lessons yet, they can kind of see hourly, so what points of the time and day they played, how long they played for, what keys they're most likely to play as well. And it keeps the data for months and months on end. So if you want to go back and see kind of how far you've come since starting, it's quite nice to track your progress.
Super useful. Then we've got song function.
Yeah, so you've got loads of different songs in here. So listening, masterpieces, easy piano. So something that I find really useful is Hanons. So if you start lessons, one thing that your teacher's going to say is go out and buy a Hanon book.
Yeah.
Because it builds up your dexterity.
Yeah.
And they're super easy. They look difficult, but they're quite repetitive. So building up your dexterity, you've already got all of that sheet music there. So it prevents you from having to go out and buy loads of books when you're just starting.
Yeah, it's just really good training and
exactly.
getting your fingers to do what you want them to do. And then the recorder function as well, which is very cool.
Yeah, that's really good. So for example, when I first started, I'd learn one hand and then learn the other, and then you'd have to put them both together. Mm-hmm. So a good way to do that is to record one hand and then play the other hand over it while you're not playing the other. Which is what I used on my piano at home a lot, but now you can do it through the app, so it's a lot easier to do.
Definitely. I mean, having something like this, I learned 15 years ago. Having something like this is so hands-on, so easy to use.
Yeah, exactly.
I wish I had this kind of technology.
Yeah, this is what I mean. I feel like I would have done so much better if I had the flashcards.
We'd both be experts.
Exactly. We wouldn't be sitting here now.
So also maybe for like your kids or like people that are really just starting out at the beginning, there's this cool app called Dustbuster 2.
Yeah.
So tell me about this.
So we can't take credit for this. Okay. This is not our app. It's an app by Joy Tunes. But it works with our pianos because they work with other apps as well, not just
it works with quite a lot of apps.
Yeah, it does. So anything that's kind of Bluetooth MIDI compatible with an instrument, you can use it through ours wirelessly as well.
So like GarageBand?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice.
So if you're into that sort of thing, it's really useful.
Yeah.
So it's not just really for people that are only wanting to play piano. If you're into other things as well, making your own music, there are loads of apps out there that you can use with them.
Nice.
So this one's a bit like a Guitar Hero style app. So if you go into practice, it will wait for you. So you can play loads of different songs, but through the keyboard of your own piano as well. So you can use it when you're away from your piano, but it's nice to be able to play it through the sound of your own piano and have the feel there as well. So really great to get kids kind of off the usual games on their iPad.
Yeah.
Onto some actual helpful ones on the piano.
Yeah, because I mean it's super interactive, and you know got the little fairy godmother or whatever.
Yeah, swatting away all the dust.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, and there's loads of different songs in there as well, so can't really get bored of it, really.
Even some ABBA.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love ABBA?
Exactly, and it's the Simpsons theme tune as well.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't even know that one, so I'm waiting to upgrade.
So you're gonna learn the Simpsons theme tune?
Yeah, for sure.
So we had a customer come in quite recently, and he's been playing like acoustic pianos all of his life, and he was asking like, would this suit him? Like, what are the benefits from going digital? Like, would he hate it if he moved over to digital pianos? So, I mean, what do you think? Is this good for?
Yeah, I mean, especially for the price point as well. I mean, first of all, the key action, like I said, individually weighted keys, you don't really get that nowadays on like these sort of price point pianos. So that's really important for acoustic players. The sound engine as well, although it's, you know, it's an acoustic sound engine because it's sampled from an acoustic. So you've still got those sort of acoustic sounds that come through.
Yeah.
And I mean, the benefits to playing a digital over an acoustic there's so many. So being able to use it with the apps for one gives you kind of endless possibilities. Whenever an app's updated, you basically get like an updated piano.
Okay.
Being able to play with headphones as well, that's a massive one, especially when you've got kids. And all round, they're kind of getting up there now, digital pianos.
Yeah, I mean, I would say like they are so good now. Even kind of entry-level pianos are so good, and you do have the benefits of being able to wear headphones and not bother neighbours, you know. So. Yeah,
exactly. If you're living in a flat as well, something like this is perfect because it's not as big as an acoustic as well, and you can move them so much easier than you can
definitely.
Acoustic. So I think there's definitely more positives to playing one.
So that was the Roland RP-102. Have you played this piano? Do you want to play this piano? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've liked this video, then please give us a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, then please hit the subscribe button, and we shall see you very soon.